On it. It's on it. It's been talks. It's been talks. It's possible.
Okay, so not totally against that possibility.
No, not at all. I feel good. Working hard each and every day, and I can't wait for 2020.
Like Floyd's career, like him coming up in the era that he came up in, he had all them champions that he was able to fight, and that's what led him to be.
Just now, Floyd Mayweather said that he might fight again in 2026, this time against Terence Crawford. But Coach Bernie said that he would back Floyd Mayweather if he fought Terence Crawford when he was at his best. He thought that Money May would beat Crawford the same way he had beaten other opponents, with body blows, hooks, and quick jabs to keep the defense strong. He thought that Flo's power to disappear after an opponent hit her would be hard on the mind. By the 6th or 7th round, Mayweather would be fully in charge thanks to his combos.
Just hypothetically speaking, just looking at, two fighters, you got Floyd and you got Crawford in their prime. Who you picking?
Can we all give an opinion on that?
Yeah, you want to?
Yeah, I got an opinion on that too.
Coach, what you think?
I'm listening to you, Rep.
Floyd versus a prime Mayweather. We can go Pretty Boy. We can go Money May versus Terence Crawford in his prime. Who we got?
I think Money May would have shut Crawford down. He would have bored him to sleep like he do these fighters.
Yeah.
He would have jabbed him, hooked him, just stick him in the body. You know what I'm saying? And then when the fighters swing back, Floyd nowhere to be found. So mentally, they're draining.
Yeah.
And about the 6th or 7th round, that's when you start picking up, putting the combination together.
Floyd Mayweather said that talks are now going on for a possible comeback fight in 2026, with Terence Crawford being mentioned as a possible opponent. He has shown, however, that he is ready to return.
Against that you would take a professional bout in the future after Mike, or is that off the table?
It's on it. It's on it. It's been talks. It's been talks. It's possible.
Okay, so not totally against that possibility.
No, not at all. I feel good. Working hard each and every day, and I can't wait for.
Terence Crawford also talked about Floyd Mayweather's career. He said that Mayweather's success was due to the fact that he was raised at a time when he was able to face and beat many winners. He said that Mayweather not only beat the most titles, but also made the most money, which added to his fame.
Like Floyd's career, like him coming up in the era that he came up in, he had all them champions that he was able to fight, and that's what led him to be so great. Because he fought the most champions, beat the most champions, got the most money for beating the most champions. So it's just like, man, he had this guy, back to back to fight, one after one.
In addition, Alexander Yusk said that Terence Crawford was the best boxer in the world right now, and that Crawford had outdone himself.
Best boxer, in your opinion, right now?
European?
No, world. Best fighter
world.
in the world, yeah.
I think it's Terence Crawford.
Many believe it's you. Many believe you're the best fighter.
No, I'm not the best fighter of the world. It's Terence Crawford.
Terence Crawford, #1, yeah?
Terence Crawford isn't afraid to talk about his and Mayweather's heydays. Crawford said that he was sure he would beat Floyd when he was at his best. He didn't leave any room for doubt when he said it. Mayweather was great at protection and knowing how to fight. He makes it clear, but he still thinks his skills are better. Crawford talked about how confident he was in response, how easily he could switch places, and how he could tell who his opponents were over time. He would be better than Floyd because of all of this. His words showed that Mayweather's reputation doesn't scare him. Instead, he thinks that his best performance will be better than even the best Floyd Mayweather.
Wins in a fight, you or Prime Floyd?
Me?
No questions?
Why would you think that I would say Floyd? That's one of my favorite fighters. But yeah.
Timothy Bradley strongly supported that decision, saying that Crawford would have beaten Mayweather if they had fought when they were at the top of their game. Bradley explained the reasons, pointing out that Crawford was very good with a lot of different weapons, could switch between orthodox and southpaw, and was very accurate. He said that Mayweather has often had problems with quick counterpunchers, bringing up past fights where Floyd had to deal with southpaws or quick hits. Bradley thought that Crawford could change things up enough to keep Floyd interested all night. Besides being able to counterpunch, he thought Crawford's aggression, size, and ability to switch stances would be too much for even Mayweather at his best.
Floyd Mayweather's a GOAT. Oh, absolutely. But Terrence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too. He will beat him too. He got everything it takes to beat Floyd. Floyd struggled in the first half against Zab Judah. Zab Judah, a damn terrific fighter. Terrific fighter, but he ain't no damn Terrence Crawford. Especially from the southpaw position. Floyd didn't like fighting southpaws. Floyd reached with that right hand. You think he's gonna reach against one of the best back foot counterpunchers in the game? He gonna reach with that right hand against Crawford? He gonna get slept reaching with that back hand. The way he reaches with that.
Floyd Mayweather and Shane Mosley fought together, and Mosley made another strong case for Crawford. In a clear statement, Mosley said that Crawford is the better fighter in general, not just in a one-on-one fight. He said that Crawford's size was a big deal, and that Crawford has power and strength that Mayweather doesn't have when lifting heavier weights. He also said that Crawford is one of the most adaptable fighters in the sport because he can box on the outside, fight on the inside, press forward, or counterpunch. Mosley says that Mayweather would have a very hard time beating him at his best because of all of these things regarding him.
Those two, Crawford or Mayweather.
I think Crawford is better, bigger. Like he's actually he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather is really good too, though. You can't knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because it's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, like Crawford said, Mayweather has his era, and Crawford, this is his era.
Jeff Mayweather, Flo's uncle and manager, took a more nuanced approach to the conversation by talking about Flo's famous fight against Canelo Alvarez when he was young. Even though the judges clearly gave the fight to Flo, Jeff agreed that it was more of a showcase of Canelo's early promise than a case of pure dominance. He told them that Canelo was still a young boxer who was still getting better, even though Floyd was already very good at fighting and running the ring. Jeff thought that the fight not only showed how good Floyd was, but also how important timing is in the sport. Floyd took advantage of the chance to meet Canelo before he was at the top of his game.
Also, if we remember, Canelo that time was a razor-thin decision. Floyd won, majority decision. C.J. Ross had it with what a lot of people had as a draw, and then the other two judges scored it for Floyd, of course.
Yeah, nobody had
it. And that was a Floyd at the top of his game with a very green Canelo with very little experience, and he took him, into deep waters. So
what was Canelo? What, 20-something? 20 what? 23? 25?
Yeah, very, very young.
Jeff Mayweather said that a fighter's best years are usually in their 20s, when their strength, speed, and reactions are at their best. This gave more information. He said that Flo beat Canelo when she was 36, which is higher than the average age at which fighters perform at their best. He said the fight wasn't about who was stronger physically, but about who was smarter, had more experience, and was better at time. This makes it harder to talk about prime versus prime because it depends on the exact state at which a fighter's true prime is found and how much age and timing affected the fights.
Yeah, very young. He had more fights than Floyd, and he lost. Yeah, but man, that was 30-something years old, 36.
But Floyd was clearly at the top of his career, and Canelo had fought a lot of people.
But are you at the top of your career in your prime? You in your prime? You ain't in your prime when you're at 36. That's not your prime.
Did he lose? I mean,
your prime is in your 20s.
It's different for different people.
Yeah, okay. Well, so, and that's why Canelo is saying what he's saying.
Want to
make himself look like he did something great.
Trainer Bradman Edwards had a more nuanced view. He said that a fight between Mayweather and Crawford would have been very close, with both fighters having good chances to win. but he stressed how important it was to live in the present and told Crawford's fans not to always compare him to past stars, but to enjoy their time with him. Edwards didn't like how boxers like Floyd Mayweather and Roy Jones Jr. act in public. He said that they often set a bad example by fighting with or embarrassing young people instead of helping them grow. He said that boxing shouldn't make unnecessary distinctions between eras. Instead, it should respect its present champions and its history.
It's a close fight. You know, it's things Floyd do better. It's things that Bud do better. But I'd rather not say, because I'm not going to just lie and just say nothing, like, and make up something just to... I got my opinion on, you know, how the fights would go, and, you know, but I think we should just let the man enjoy his great moment. He's a great fighter. And I see a lot of immature stuff, and I don't like the way things is going with Floyd and Roy. They two guys that a lot of the younger guys look up to, and they taking shots at each other in the media because of the who's better and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I just want to see Bud enjoy his moment. And, you know, unfortunately, they didn't fight. You know, they could have made, they kind of two different eras though, even though they was fighting at the same time. Floyd kind of was doing his different thing over there with PBC, and Bud's a lot young, about 10 years younger than him. So it didn't happen, and we got to just live with it.
Lastly, the grown-up said something very important when he said that Crawford might be a better fighter than Mayweather when job choices are taken into account. People said that Mayweather would never have done what Crawford did, which was to fight a dangerous top super welterweight and move up 3 weight classes. That one choice showed how brave Crawford was, how much he wanted to fight against the best, and how willing he was to leave his comfort zone. Cho says that Crawford is the braver and maybe even more great warrior when you look at legacy through ambition, because he likes to take chances. In spite of the fact that Foy started his career with accuracy and flair.
Bud Crawford greater than Floyd Mayweather, or better than Floyd Mayweather. Greater is a little bit different. Greater is impact, resume, all that shit, but better. Terrence Bud Crawford, after what he did last night, is better than Floyd Mayweather because there is no way Floyd Mayweather would attempt to do that crazy shit. See, that's the insane Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvelous Marvin Hagler after being gone for 5 years type shit. Never being at middleweight, first fight at middleweight, being against Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Terrence Bud Crawford, never been a middleweight. The most he's been is super welterweight, and he was only there once. And he's fighting at 168 against one of the greatest super middleweights of all time, one of the greatest middleweights of all time, pound for pound, one of the greatest fighters of all time, reigning undisputed champion at super middleweight. That is unheard of, and that's something that Floyd Mayweather wouldn't even.
Max Kellerman said that Floyd Mayweather's record is one of the most impressive in boxing history, with wins over champions and important players in many weight classes. Still, he stressed that Terrence Crawford is different because he is ready to fight anyone, while Mayweather often avoided fights by taking his time and making smart choices.
Like, if you look at Floyd's resume, it's much deeper than Crawford's. And Floyd was faster and he had a better defense and all that stuff. But Floyd picked and chose when he fought guys, especially once he left lightweight. He wiped out the junior welterweights, bring him. Lightweight, he jumps up to Jose Luis Castillo first thing. A lot of people think he lost the first fight, then I didn't, but then he won the rematch. But once he left lightweight, he was careful about when he fought guys. So even though his resume is deeper with names, people remember, yeah, but he didn't want it with certain dudes at certain times. Crawford, we all witnessed, even though the resume is thin in certain ways, he wanted it with everyone the whole time. Oh, yes. That makes it.
Bob Arum, who has worked with both boxers, said that in a perfect match, he would pick Crawford. He also said that Crawford's speed and ability to switch stances give him a big edge because they let him respond to any situation Mayweather might throw at him. Aram thinks Crawford will win because of his ring smarts and skill.
Who would have won, Crawford or Mayweather? Prime for prime.
Crawford.
Really? Why?
Because Crawford is a unique kind of fighter that other fighters haven't seen. And the ability that he has to switch, fighters aren't used to that. They don't train for that. I just think Crawford is a very, very unique.
Jim Lampley said that a fight between Crawford and Mayweather would be interesting because of their different fighting styles. He said that Mayweather's wins were like paint jobs, which means exact and controlled performances that were based on defense and accuracy. Crawford, on the other hand, feels more in control by breaking down his opponents and often coming to a clear conclusion about them. He said that what makes a prime for prime clash so interesting is the difference.
That's a completely different fight, all right? Because Spence has been given to believe that he's every bit as good an offensive fighter as Terence Crawford or anybody else that he's going to be in with. So he learned something different Saturday night. But Floyd Mayweather never disabused himself of the understanding that he was a more of a backup counterpuncher than a go-forward counterpuncher, regardless of what he did to Diego Corrales. And that's a different kind of approach and effect than what Crawford achieved the other night. So that a Floyd Mayweather beatdown or one-sided win was much more of a paint job than what Crawford.
Sean Porter said that Terence Crawford was like a chess master in the ring because of how he planned his moves, how he could mentally wear down his opponents, and how he could make changes in the middle of a fight. Besides that, he thought Floyd Mayweather was the best boxer of all time because he set a standard for dominance, business control, and longevity that would protect his image no matter how well Crawford did.
Comparisons between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. We've even had the conversation to go as far as who would win in a fight between Terence and Floyd, and I truly don't know the answer to that question.
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah. Who would win that fight?
Floyd.
Floyd would win that
Yes,
fight.
sir. I love you, Terrence.
Always figures it out.
Yeah, he's a chess master.
Yeah, his IQ in
But
that
the
sense
funny
is
thing
crazy.
about it is Terrence has been the only other guy that people can say he always figures it out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
But you gotta have an OG somewhere.
Anybody else? Yeah.
There's an OG
Somebody
somewhere.
got to pioneer it, right? Yeah, you got
There's
to.
an OG you can't out-figure out somewhere. And I just believe Floyd is that OG you can't out.
This is the end of today's movie. So, what do you think about this? What do you think about the idea that Floyd and Crawford are alike? Write what you think in the box below, and if you like the movie, don't forget to subscribe and like it. Check out our other movies on the right side as well.